having lost track of the movement of the leader of the corpse spirit religion. With that person's method, it is hard to find him again. This time the action was not considered a success, but in a short time, the leader of the corpse spirit religion should not have any more actions. After all, he also has a huge loss, especially the last shot of Emperor Treasure, which definitely has a great load on him. Otherwise, it won't be used until now. Xianxia obviously knew this too, so he didn't mean to ask Xianxia to pursue it again. He thought about it and said, although the person was allowed to escape, the corpse spirit religion is still a big trouble. Let's go back to Buried Mighty Valley and destroy the corpse cave there. The old man felt that many corpse spirit race were dormant in the corpse cave last time. Well, I think so too. Xianxia agreed with his point of view. The two discussed briefly and then set off immediately, heading towards the direction of Buried Mighty Valley. 3 days later, the two returned to Buried Mighty Valley. The original corpse spirit race in the valley was killed by Xianxia last time. The loss was heavy, but it was not completely destroyed. The remaining corpse spirit race now does not know where they hide. Only the corpse spirit race that has not fully transformed remained in the corpse cave. Before Xianxia destroyed the corpse cave, Xianxia once again returned to the place where the Eye of Underworld was located, to see if there was any way to destroy the Eye of Underworld. After all, this was the source of the birth of the corpse spirit race. As long as it is destroyed, the corpse spirit race can no longer increase the number of people. The remaining remnants only need to be slowly cleaned up. One day the shadowed star will return to come again. But to his disappointment, this thing could not be destroyed at all. The Eye of Underworld seems to be connected to another world, and the strong corpse aura flows from the other world and converges into the form of spring water in the Eye of Underworld. Rumor has it that the Eye of Underworld is connected to the underworld hell. The only way is to go deep into it and destroy the bridge that connects the two worlds. Xianxia did not dare to take the risk, so he could only join forces with Xianxia to temporarily seal the aura of the Eye of Underworld, and finally destroy the corpse cave and kill those corpse spirit races that are still in the process of transformation. It was already 10 days after Xianxia and Xianxia returned to High Heaven Sect. He briefly told Yixian and others about his actions this time. Yixian was also shocked. She didn't expect that there would be such a weird means of infinite body seizing in this world. The other elders also sighed. According to the sect master, isn't the corpse spirit religion leader immortal? Yixian frowned. That's not the case. Although his looting technique is weird and unpredictable, it definitely has some damage to himself. This can be seen from the changes in his looting target. Only this time he escaped. Now I doesn't know where he hide, it's hard to find him. Xianxia sighed. Yixian nodded lightly. Although the corpse spirit leader could not be beheaded, it is enough to seal the Eye of Underworld. Presumably, the corpse spirit race will not add more members. It is time for us to fight back. Xianxia glanced at her and smiled slightly. What's the idea of Great Elder? Catch the victory. Yixian said solemnly. The reason why the situation of Shadowed Star has gotten worse in the past 2 years is that part of the reason is that the corpse spirit race are too weird and more experts are transformed, and the other part is that they are not convincing leader. The four sect forces are fighting separately, so it is easy to be defeated one by one, but now it is different with Sect Master and the Void King grade battleship return, and Elder Qian has also broken through to the Void King realm. As long as you two stand up. With the reputation of the High Heaven Sect and the Shadow Moon Palace, I believe that we can unite the entire Shadowed Star. Is there any needs to be afraid of the corpse spirit religion at that time? The old man have no problem with this. The Shadowed Star is the homeland of this old man, and it is naturally my duty to contribute to the Shadowed Star. Xianxia said immediately. Yixian turned her attention to Xianxia. I have no problem too. Xianxia chuckled. This matter is the responsibility of the Great Elder and Elder Qian. I will do my best so that everything in the sect can be moved. Since the sect master wants to be lazy, then as you wish, this matter is set. Xian was also a decisive person and immediately decided. Next, the elders and Qiantong discussed specific matters, including how to unite the remaining experts and forces of the Shadowed Star, how to establish prestige, and how to clean up the corpse spirit religion. In fact, everything is very simple. The prestige of High Heaven sect is not low. Now, coupled with Qiantong's personal presence, with his cultivation level and status as a powerful Void King realm, he only needs to raise his arms and people will surely respond to it. With the power of two sects, together with the Void King grade battleship, it is not difficult to gather and rescue the experts and sects who are troubled by the corpse spirit religion. Then this force will snowball and grow, and wait until it sweeps the entire Shadowed Star. The corpse spirit religion will no longer exist. Even Xian was ready to let people send a message outside to inform the entire Shadowed Star that the mysterious leader of the corpse spirit religion had been beheaded by Yangkai and Qiantong. Although this is false news, no one will doubt it, and it is already too late for the corpse spirit religion leader to act, so naturally he will not stand up and question it. This news will greatly impact the confidence of the corpse spirit race and the human race cultivators who have taken refuge in the corpse spirit religion, and will greatly help the next action. Yang Kai did not participate in it but went to Yang Yan's attic alone. As you said, that person is really the insect emperor. In Yang Yan's consciousness, she and Yang Kai sat face to face with a thoughtful look on their faces. 10,000 poisonous evil insect is one of the secret technique of the insect emperor, and that cuts the soul blade is also his secret treasure. I didn't expect that in the first battle, he actually survived. This is my negligence. That person was originally called Insect Emperor. Yang Kai suddenly realized. Well, what he is best at is driving the cultivation of strange worms and insect. He can put his soul on the things he cultivated, so he can seize body many times. The 10,000 poisonous evil insect is just a kind of strange worm under his hand. It's nothing, it's just used to control the subordinates and it has a good effect. He has other more powerful methods in his hand. Where the Insect Emperor's insect cloud passes, it can make the entire star territory be charred and loss of life. Yang Kai looked horrified. He noticed that Yang Yan was talking about the entire star territory, not a cultivation star. Yang Yan pursed her lips again. You don't have to be so nervous to drive the strange worms, you must have the corresponding cultivation level. Now he can only seize the body of the Void Return stage cultivator. How can he drive so many strange and unusual insects? If he really want to do this, he will definitely be backlashed. The ability to use the 10,000 poisonous evil insect is a bit beyond my expectation. Believe me, he will not show up again in the next few years. But this person is always a disaster as long as he is alive. Yang Kai frowned. He is very wary of the Insect Emperor, and he is at the same level as Yang Yan. Who knows how capable he is? Yang Yan glanced at him deeply. I have a way to let you kill him. What way? Yang Kai looked up at her. Yang Yan didn't speak but reached out her hand and grabbed it in the void. In the consciousness a beautiful and unusual ball of light exuding colorful light was suddenly caught in her hand, and immediately she pressed her palm to Yang Kai's forehead. She didn't move quickly or slowly, she seems careless, but Yang Kai didn't react, until the light ball in Yang Yan's hand suddenly imprinted into his soul and disappeared. Yang Kai was shocked. What is this? Yang Yan pursed her lips and smiled. You'll know after refining it. When the words fell, Yang Kai felt a wild aura suddenly exploded in his divine soul spirit body. The strength of that power made him unable to resist at all. The divine soul spirit body directly collapsed, and his divine soul returned to his body. The next moment, when he opened his eyes, what he saw was not the scenery in the attic but an empty and chaotic space with no light and nothingness around him, and he could not even sense his own existence. Yang Kai was slightly startled. He didn't know what exactly this place was, but he was a person who came over in the big wind and waves. He didn't panic a lot. He just watched the surroundings quietly. The world of nothingness gradually added a trace of obscure existence. These things condensed together, and as time passed they became larger and larger. He don't know how long it took before a huge cultivation star appeared in Xianxia's field of vision. This cultivation star had no light, not even a plant was born, it was just a complete dead star. Xianxia looked at this huge star, and felt a little familiar. Shadowed star. Xianxia suddenly woke up and observed the shadowed star from the starry sky. It was of this size and appearance, except that the shadowed star was full of vitality today, not like what he saw in front of him. I see. Xianxia didn't understand what Yang Yan had done to him until this time. While grateful in his heart, he was unwilling to give up this rare opportunity, and quickly calmed down and felt it. In this weird world, Xianxia couldn't notice the passage of time at all. It seemed to be a moment, and it seemed to be hundreds of millions of years. The lonely shadowed star finally showed some vitality, the sea ebbs and flows, and the plants are full of greenery. Some flesh and blood creatures were born. One by one, different races have risen up, making waves in the long river of history, and then disappearing again. Periods of different civilizations, one after another, seemingly immortal period, passed by in Xianxia's indifference. He felt the aura from the wild or from an older era. Even if he was just watching, he seemed to have incorporated himself into it, and spent hundreds of millions of years with this cultivation star. He witnessed the birth, development, peak, and valley of this cultivation star with his own eyes. He gradually gave birth to a peculiar feeling that he seemed to be this star, and this star was him. Star Master. Only the Star Master can feel this way. When Shanning Chang refined the star source in Tongshuan continent, Xianxia assisted her and accompanied Shanning Chang to observe the evolution and development of Tongshuan continent. How similar was it to what he saw and perceived now? This is clearly the process of refining the star source and becoming the Star Master. To be continued.